Hi, I'm Nikki Woods, and we're going beyond the studio on blackamericaweb.com with Tyrese, Ginuwine, and Tank. But now we're calling them TGT. I'm not going to be able to do this with you. That's right. So let's start over here. Tyrese, tell me a little bit about how you guys started forming this group. You were talking a little bit off air about how 5 years ago you kind of started this journey, and now it's finally coming to fruition, and you're actually, you said, walking in your dream, which I think is a great way to put it. So tell us about that.
Well, it's no longer a dream car if you're in it. You know, you can dream and desire that house or a goal or a situation, and for us, we've all had our own success individually, but it was a goal and a dream of ours to make this TGT thing happen. We tried to do it 4-some years ago, but it wasn't well thought out and planned out, and I think we've all matured as businessmen and reached a certain level in our careers individually where the season to do TGT was right now. And we just did 3 shows and sold them out, New Orleans, Houston, and Dallas. And, you know, it's one of them situations where the fans may be going crazy and screaming to see all 3 of us do their favorite songs under one roof. But the whole time I'm personally on stage and all the screams and the energy is happening, I'm like, I seen this before it happened. Mm-hmm. And so to be here, it's answered prayers. And I feel emotional right now, but that's just me. I'm just that excited that this is happening because, you know, they're saying that R&B is a dying sport. You know, hip-hop and all this house and techno is taking over. A lot of R&B singers are jumping ship and running away from this R&B format. And for us to be here, getting the support from you guys and other stations in the country, it's a big deal, and I don't take this for granted.
So why this group, Ginuwine? Why was it this? I mean, you guys have an amazing chemistry off there, and you're funny as I don't know what, but why this particular trio?
Well, we've known each other for a while now, 10 years, 11 years, something like that. And he introduced me to my wife. I'm the first artist that he ever went on the road with. So we're friends, and yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. So I mean, myself always wanted to be in the group. I always felt like, you know, I wanted to look to my left or my right on the nights when I can't give 100% and still give the crowd 100% still. Mm. So you know, it was easy. It was easy. You know what I mean? Me and Tank was on the road, and we did a club. I mean, we did a play. And we was just talking, and we was like, yo, man, let's do a group. And he was like, serious? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we called Ty, and, you know, that's it. That's how it happened. Yeah,
so what about the egos, though? Because, I mean, you all are 3 very – I was going to pass the mic. You all are 3 very successful solo artists in your own right. So bringing it together and keeping the egos under control.
Yeah, there's no lack of confidence.
No, there's not. That's a good
between
way
the
to
3 of us.
Yeah.
We're all very comfortable in all the things that we've accomplished, and so Tyrese said it best before. This was never meant to be easy. You know what I mean? Bringing all of these worlds and you know, the different dynamics that we all offer to music. Him with movies and acting, and him with his animation, all these creative things and creative minds trying to come together as one for one common purpose. Right. It was never meant to be easy. And so anybody that thought it was or thought this was going to be a walk in the park, surprise, surprise, it's not. But
nothing great ever is.
Anything worth having.
Yeah, nothing great ever
is worth working hard for. Yeah. And so what we've done is we've worked hard to make it happen. You know what I mean? We've fought to make it happen.
I'm going to get emotional in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to understand this. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing.
Right.
We've all just collectively in the past gone about it a different way. You know what I mean? But now this path has to merge and become one. It's heartbreaking new ground. You know what I mean? But you got to get in there, you got to dig. And so that's what we're doing right now. We digging.
I love it. So, and you talked a lot about the whole R&B genre and the fact that you wanted, as a group, to bring up younger artists and stay really true to the R&B game. Has it been hard to find younger artists that really know what R&B is about?
No, I mean, we got a lot of different people we love, believe in, we collaborate with. I know Eric Bellinger. I got this young singer, songwriter named Kenyon Dixon, who I think is brilliantly talented. This other singer named Isa, who wrote Stay. Also Kevin McCall, he's from Watts, somebody that really looked up to me, as well as Tank, because we're both from Watts. So I mean, it's a lot of young guns out here that we really believe in that could help contribute to this movement. So when we hit the road as TGT, because we just sold out 7,000 in New Orleans, we look at K-Mac or Kenyon or Isa, and we put them out there first and let them get on people's radars musically, and we don't be insecure about it, just trying to keep all the light and R&B energy on us. And we paying it forward, you know what I mean? Somebody looked out for us and said, look, you may not be number one on the charts, but I like you, I believe in your gift, so go and open for me. Somebody did that for us. Ginuwine did it for Tank, and look at him now. So, you know, sometimes people just need a shot and seeing the value in them versus the value in their bank account to give them a shot.
So what message do you want people to get from this album? When it's done and it's out there, what is the message that you want?
I can tell you right now that if we go back and forth on anything, we're fighting for greatness. We probably got about 24 strong records, and we're trying to narrow it down to like I want to go with 16, but that's another little argument.
As a group, we make that decision. I'd like to be in that room, right?
Yeah, it's happening right now. I said 16. So, but that's what it's about, you know. I think a lot of times, a lot of these R&B albums these days are not created under the same roof, and so they start sounding like mixtapes, where they got 12 different producers working on one album, and the 12 producers are competing with each other to try and get the first and second single. All of the writers, producers, and everybody, we all did this album under one roof, so there's going to be a flow and a synergy about this album that everybody's going to love and appreciate, where our goal is, if you're not able to press play on this album from top to bottom, we've missed the mark completely.
Wow. And you know that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I mean, for us to be all on one song, and a whole album together, it'd be embarrassing to have this not be considered, hopefully, one of the greatest R&B albums that's done in the last 10 years.
How long did it take to actually record?
How long is it taking to record?
Come on.
Not quite done yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, our philosophy is until it's in the stores, we're not done. You know what I mean? So we just keep coming up with new ideas and keep coming up with great records. We keep cooking until they say, hey, we got to turn this in and deliver it.
Absolutely.
And even after that, we still gonna be cooking and making great records. So the beauty is that, man, you know, we're no strangers to this R&B music, and we all share the same love for R&B music. So the sound and even lyrically and how we want to present it, that one thing I can say we're all on the same page about. It's grown, it's sexy, it's R&B.
Teenagers, turn off the radio. It's grown folks.
And finally, before we go, what advice, Ginuwine, would you give to artists that are coming up that want to be in this position of greatness, I guess?
Stay out of the music business. Stay out of No. Because I've been here for quite a while. You know, I've learned that you have to really wear more than one hat. You can't no longer just be an artist. You got to be. You got to have your hands in the management side of it. You got to have your hands in the promotion side of it. You can't just no longer be, you know, just an artist. And for the most part, you really got to love what you're doing now with all the media outlets with YouTube and Twitter, and you have a million stars out there now. I remember back in the days where there was only one Michael and one Prince,
right.
and now you got 20 of the same artists. So right now, you have to really be different. You have to really go out there and show them what makes you different from the next man that they can go on, or the next lady that they can go on YouTube and check out. And I think that's pretty much, you know, the best advice I can give somebody right now.
All right. It is Tyrese, Ginuwine, and Tank, TGT. You can pre-order the single, or order the single, right, on iTunes already, and the album comes out in July. Uh-oh. Okay.
Of course.
David Ruffin.
Yeah.
I would say, piggybacking off of what G just said, you know, I have a formula. When you do things from your heart, it will affect hearts. some of the most classic songs ever recorded came from people that were actually going through or have went through what they were singing about. And people will listen to it and hear the difference in it just being lyrics or it being something that your spirit actually connects to. And I mean, we all have a collection of records that have had big effects over the years, but my last big record was Stay. And I was actually going through that. And that's the truth. And people could connect and relate to fighting for that woman or that man to stay and not leave when you're sabotaging your own relationship, making mistakes. So when you do things from your heart, it will always affect hearts. My last formula is a little more vulgar, but you know everything I do, I try and make them give a F. That's my formula. If I'm in a movie and I'm doing a scene and I'm fighting to get my son back or whatever the case may be, why should you care that I'm on a mission to get my son back? So every frame in that movie, I got to make it count. Because other than that, they're going to show up and be like, all right, cool, you're on a mission to get to, who cares? You got to make them care for everything that you're doing, period. And other than that, just leave it alone. If your motivation is money, you're going to be exposed at some point.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay,
say, I
go
would,
ahead,
yeah.
I like to live by the saying,
This is not going to be good.
El gato y el perro están luchando ahora. And that means in English, the cat and the dog are fighting now. And what that basically says...
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, pass the mic back. It is TGT, and we have gone. Oh, and you could also check out their performance of Sex Never Felt Better on blackamericaweb.com. We have gone beyond the studio. That's a tweet, Tyrese, on blackamericaweb.com.